What at first glance looks like butterflies is a flock of cliff swallows gathering mud for their nests. These birds don't just plunk themselves down with a sigh. No, when they touch down, they continue running in place. At first, ornithologists thought the upright fluttering might be a way of keeping their wings out of the mud, but now they believe that it's a way for females to fend off unwanted advances. Male cliff swallows can copulate with their mates in the privacy of the nest, but they are philanderers and skirt chasers. When they grab a random female on the mudflats, it's basically rape. And if wing fluttering is the female's idea of defending her honor, she needs to rethink her strategy. Anyway, with a mouthful of mud, the swallows zigzag away a few hundred yards to their nests under a bridge. Cliff swallows have always built nests on the underside of a horizontal surface where it connects to a cliff, so they were mainly a western bird, until the invention of cars brought the building of tens of thousands of bridges and culverts. All that perfectly perpendicular real estate lured them eastward, and they've become one of the few bird species here that have prospered in the last 100 years. Now, being one of the most social land birds in North America, they need a good-sized area for colonies that range from a few dozen up to 6,000 active nests. It's a real estate boom. And the only price the swallows pay for these prime locations is listening to cars thump over their heads day and night. I would consider that a deal with the devil, but they snap it up. Now, if the lot they homestead is free, building the actual structure is a great deal of work for these little bricklayers. Each nest consists of 1,000 or more individual mud pellets. That's a lot of muddy mouthfuls, not to mention mileage on their vehicles. But the work spent nest building saves effort in the long run because the nests are so close to being predator-proof that these swallows only have to raise one brood a year. Most songbirds suffer 60% predation on their nests and must raise 2 or 3 broods to keep their species numbers stable. The only home invaders cliff swallows face are those feathered mobsters, house sparrows, muscling in and stealing their homes. House sparrows nest in cavities but have no talent for constructing their own. These little adobe homes are perfect for them, so they appropriate them. I suppose this particular cliff swallow ought to count himself lucky that when he loses the home he's worked hard to construct, he only has to give up a few tail feathers into the bargain. If you visit a cliff swallow colony, you'll see buff headlamps glowing from the dim entrances. You can often tell if someone is home because the inhabitant will likely show its face, as a way of saying to other cliff swallows, keep out, because their flockmates, if given a chance, will deposit eggs in somebody else's nest and let their neighbors do the work of raising the babies. It's called brood parasitism. Well, with so many nests bumping up against each other like bees in a hive, the temptation to dump their responsibilities is a neon sign flashing, "Enjoy carefree living, leave your eggs here." And every one of them is willing to pass the buck. That's how they know they have to sit there warning other cliff swallows to move their runty little butts to their own property. You know what I wish for everyone watching this movie? A chance occasionally to watch cliff swallows razzle-dazzle you with their wing work. It's a minor spectacle. Click here to learn how swallows are able to vault upward and corkscrew down, then veer away and somersault on air.